Today's topic, Lindani Myeni. Alright, I did a video on Lindani Myeni not so long ago. Now there's been a lot of developments over the months. So recently I'm sure if you've been following the story, you guys will probably know what's been happening. As of note, as we speak, there's been a new evidence which clearly shows that Lindani intended to go to the Ixon temple that just happened to have been next door, so he had the wrong address basically. Because when he entered, he actually took off his shoes and there was a conversation that he had with the owner as well, and everybody's just wondering, like, why did she overreact over the phone and everything. But with regards to the resurfaced video, we can clearly see him actually going into the house. He takes off his shoes, he walks towards the house, but we've got the full recording of what was going on footage, and the recording that was received by the police department when the woman was still on. He seemed really concerned that they were worried, and he introduced himself, he introduced their name and so on.
Police emergency. Hello, what's your address?
Hello.
What's your address?
Please.
Do you know who they are?
He said he's London. He said South Africa. I don't know whether he knows our owner or not.
Does he have any weapons in his hands, like guns, knife, bat, stick?
No, he said some silver things. I don't know what he means.
Is he yelling? Is he yelling at you guys? Does he seem confused?
What's wrong? Sorry. I know you guys. Can I see your phone?
He tried to go outside. I don't know.
The whole situation just doesn't make sense. Nothing was making sense. He kept apologizing again and again, like a normal person would apologize when they feel like they're disturbing somebody.
Hello, someone just follow me breaking into my house, and then they come straight. Yeah, he's in front of our door, and he said like some video
And afterwards, he left the house, and she was just being so exaggerating in terms of her emotions. The way she was reacting about the situation wasn't even making sense at all. She was just acting all terrified and everything. And they were not the owners of the house, actually. They were renting. Okay, it was sort of like a vacation home type of thing. But anyway, part of the matter is, by the time he left, or he was going back to his car, that's when they'd gotten the police there already, and she came out. I can understand if you're scared that somebody is attacking you or whatever, or you're scared for your life or whatever the case may be. Why would you go outside again?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't think Dennis is home.
I'm so afraid to go outside and check.
The woman later on came out after he was gone. Nothing makes sense. And by the time the cops got there, once again, to those trolls that keep making all this dumb comments about how he didn't introduce himself. When the cops say this and that, they did not identify themselves as the police. He did not know who they were, once again.
I don't know. Yeah, he said he apologized for trespassing and he just left.
Okay. They're on the way. Do you remember what the car looks like?
Yeah, I saw him, other people.
Okay, what's going?
That's you.
Where he went?
What?
Where he went?
That's me. He's stealing the car.
Where?
That's you. That's you. That's you.
Well, he's... Get on the ground now!
On the previous video that I made it specifically clear that as a South African man, especially a Zulu man, okay, when you are scared and you're trying to worry off the enemy, you say A. When you're trying to get somebody to just back up, you know. My nephew does that all the time. When I mimic smacking him, he will say A. It's a South African expression, okay? So he was obviously afraid because he did not know who you are. Look, somebody walks up to me and I don't know what's going on. Are you pointing like a gun at me or something? I'm gonna try to dismantle you, obviously.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Where are you? Where are you?
Taser! 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 Shoot him! Police!
This just goes to show that, look, there are many dynamics to a situation. And it's even worse when people don't really know what's going on. And whether it's media or it's the police department or whoever, end up giving us conclusions of their own. It just complicates the situations even more sometimes. To make matters worse, they identified themselves right after they shot him. Right after. Off the bat, it shows on the video footage right now. Right after. They said police right after they shot him. You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, this was just messed up. This world is messed up. Just looking at the whole video, and I was looking at how the woman was overreacting about the whole thing. What is it about a black man that seems so intimidating? That's one of the other things that people don't seem to realize. The fact that he's black. And the way that she reacted about the whole thing, I could not understand why she kept insistently overreacting. No matter how polite he was being, no matter how he was trying to calm them down to show them that, hey, he means no harm whatsoever. Logic should tell you, when the cops were asking the woman, does he have a weapon in his hand? No. She says it. She says, no, he doesn't. But she just doesn't know what to do. She's nervous. She's getting crazy and everything. Logic should kick in. It means you no harm, but still she continues to just react. So what is it that stirs people up so much to a point where they feel like they just have to be scared of a black man? If we ever do know, unfortunately it will never bring him back to life. Unfortunately. The video from the doorbell. If not for some of these video footages, you know, it makes you really wonder what kind of knowledge we would have had or what ideas we would have had by now. I've had trolls come into my page. I've had some white people with their white tendencies come into my page talking about the previous video that I had posted. Some oak or some troll came by talking nonsense about how, you know, well, next time you walk into somebody's house uninvited, then that's what happens, you get shot. You know, you got people talking rubbish about that nonsense, but he knows. He's white. What do you expect? You know, nothing new there. There was a lot of racist nuance in the speech that they had, talking nonsense about how in the US, you will not believe this, the Oak made a claim that in South Africa, in 2020, South African police shootings were worse than the US. Okay. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, I ended up hiding the comment, and the poor Oak, who seems to be very confused about statistics and etc. Look, this is just one of those situations that, if not for technology, we would still be sitting here having people talking nonsense, trying to justify their racist tendencies, trying to justify their own agendas. Most of all, if anything, this situation just shows the worst side of human beings when they're just looking to throw jabs at either another race, or the point of the matter is that all state resources should be poured onto this situation to try and improve what had happened, or try to understand what had happened, try to support the family as much as possible, instead of having some people trying to look for ways to score points as if there is a scoreboard of petty somewhere. It's weird. So anyway, that's just what I really wanted to kind of update you guys on the fact that, the doorbell rang. Usually people mistook the house for a temple that was nearby, so he was wearing his traditional headband, and he took off the slippers thinking that he was there in a temple. It was a ritual, basically, to take off your shoes before you enter and things like that. So he made an honest mistake, and on top of that, no, the police did not identify themselves, and it's been proven already based off the records so far and thus far. So there's been a lot of dishonesty and back and forth and all that nonsense. America has a problem. Somebody actually made a comment the other time that America doesn't have a gun problem. The US doesn't have a gun problem. It has a problem with stupidity and the lack of brotherly love. Well, there you go. It's a terrible situation. Lack of brotherly love. It's a really serious situation. I think we have a spiritual problem in this world. I don't know where it's coming from, but like I said, seems like some people think that every situation is a petty problem. There's a petty scorecard of some sort for them to keep records. Hopefully the family will get the kind of justice that they're looking for and some kind of consolidation for this whole thing, because he wasn't supposed to die. Point is, he was not supposed to die, man. Come on, this is ridiculous. All right, well, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Do like to subscribe, and let's keep on praying for the family as well. All right, super. Yeah, and one more time, do pray for me too, because I have a dental problem. I'm supposed to get my tooth extracted very soon. I went to see the dentist. I took some painkillers. Oh, goodness gracious. It's a hectic day. Finances. But anyway, Lord will come through. God will come through, I made a prayer to God, and, some money has come. It has managed to come through. Thank God. I'll be able to, I just need to sort out whatever issues with, so that I can be able to afford the medical bills. Because it's not easy. It ain't cheap. Okay. Alright, guys, take care of yourselves. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you watch this video up to this far, like, subscribe, comment. You know how we roll. God bless you guys. And this is where I sign off. Super.